What up, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Friendster, Friendster, SoundCloud, SoundClick? It's your boy Tone 202 coming at you one more again with just a not necessarily NBA is fixed. I wanted to talk about the Olympics since the Olympics is going on, and there have been some upsets, and you know, young lady made history. The African American woman, I forgot what her name is, but she made history, and she tied for the gold in the 100 sprint, the cross stroke. So that's cool, and big ups. And she gave thanks to God and all the people before her. And okay, big ups, big ups. And moving on the track, of course, the big controversial with the Russians and how some of them could not compete because of drugs, and that's where I'm kind of going with this. So, for one, where when we think of Olympics, we always think of the fastest people in the world, and of course Usain Bolt, yada yada yada. Usain Bolt is constantly tested. He's never been found guilty of drugs, and a lot of people say, "Oh, but he's never been found guilty of drugs." Uh, um, However, Nesta Carter, I believe, was found guilty recently, and they had to take one of Usain Bolt's um, medals away because it was in the 4x4 and or the four by one. I think it's in the 4x1. So, and I think it's the one they won in 2008 or 12. Don't quote me on that. And so, one of Hussein Bolt's medals was taken away. There's nothing he could do about it. And then we have Tyson Gay. Tyson Gay is not running, but he's been guilty. And then you have Asafa Powell. I don't know if Asafa Powell is running, but he was also found guilty. Both of them at one time was the fastest men in the world. And then, of course, you have Justin Gatlin in the big showdown with Justin Gatlin and Usain Bolt. And listen, I would love to believe that Justin Gatlin is not using drugs. He's 33. Usain Bolt's 30. I'm pretty much going to say it's both of their last Olympics. Uh, but listen, even if Gatlin wins, which I don't think he will, even if Gatlin wins, I would never be like, yeah, you're honestly the fastest dude in the world. I could never give it to Gatlin. I could never give it to him. He's caught twice. And listen, here's the thing. And the Russians are like, why are the Americans allowed to to compete when they're constantly getting caught using drugs? And this is true. Like our fastest runner has been caught twice. Listen, they banned the Russians, but a lot of them weren't even caught using drugs. And they banned the whole team, but then they finally let some of them compete in different areas. But it's like, well, like what? You know what I'm saying? Like Gatlin is a notorious cheater, notorious for cheating. So there's that. I don't know any women who've been caught using drugs or anything like that. But I am going to say that yeah, we want to see Bolt run, but I'm more excited about the women. I'm more excited about Shelly Ann Fraser. I'm more excited about Carmelita Jeter. I'm more excited about Tori Bowie. That's my girl. English Gardner. Daphne Skippers. Uh, I'm more excited about the 100, the 200, and the 400 in the women's than I am about any other Olympic anything. I just am because the women have been breaking records constantly, and now you got like six of them have gone into the 9-7 range, and three of them did it in one race. I mean, Bartoletta, Gardner, and Bowie ran one of the fastest races, the fastest times ever. And English Gardner won that race, and it put her at number 7 all time in history, in world history. So I mean, sure, Fraser Price, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is probably going to be her last Olympics. And I don't know if she's going to go into the 10-8, 10-7 round, but she's done it over 11 times. I mean, the woman is just ridiculously fast. Carmelita Jeter is the second fastest woman ever. She's the fastest living woman. However, I can't see her going, what was it, 10, 6, 10, 6, 4 or something like that. I, I could not see her going anywhere near that. She's in her 30s. And I mean, God bless her if she does, but I just can't. I just can't see her doing that. But nonetheless, in the sprint medleys, she's still a contender for a team. Allyson Felix, I'm sorry that she could not run the 200. She got beaten out in the trials right at the tape, like 100th of a second, and that's the way the ball goes. The ball bounces. She got injured, couldn't do any speed work. So her 200 time faltered, and she, she paid for it. However, she's still the major draw when it comes to the 400, and I don't know if she's competing in the 100. I don't think she is, but nonetheless, so I'm looking forward to the women's 100 more than anything, and the women's 200. Even though Allyson Felix is not going to be in there, Sonia Richard-Droz has retired. Yeah, that's it for her. And she was the major draw. Her and Ohorgu was going at it for the last two Olympics. And Ohorgu was from Britain, I believe. And so that was always a good match to see, And so I don't know. Like I don't like I don't think it's fixed. I don't think the Olympics is fixed, but I don't think it's not. Like I'm not fully convinced that it's not. I know that there's some tampering going on, and you guys just tell me what you think about it. I know a lot of this. Look, if there's anything fixed, it's fixed so America wins. It's fixed so there's a lot. And here's another thing about America. America is the melting pot of the world. Most most of the time when America wins, it's not like a white person won across the board. It's an American Asian one, an American black person one, an American Indian one, an American, you know what I'm saying? Because we're the melting pot, and then we win against these countries that only have one race. The Asians don't have black people running for them. They don't. The Russians don't have black people running from them, but Britain does. They have black people competing with them, and their major runner, he's not going to be running guilty or something like that. I think he missed the trials or he had a false start in the trials, and but nonetheless, Jimmy Vico is going to be running. My dude from Sir Kitts and Nevis, I don't think he's going to be running, but he's 40 years old. He's the fastest 40-year-old in the world, and he's not going to be competing this year in the 100. I think he missed the trials. And then you have the young Canadian, Andre DeGrasse, who's lightning fast. I think he's going to be in it. He came in third at the championships along with the American young runner out of Florida, the fastest high schooler ever. Ran a 9.98. And then next Olympics, we'll be looking at Hill and see what she's going to do. She's 17 now, so she's going to go pro. And she's the fastest girl ever in high school. She ran a 10.98. And so we're going to see what she's going to do in the next Olympics. And yeah, so I'm not convinced that it's all fixed, but I'm convinced that if there's any fixing going on, it's fixed so America wins. And drugs and all that. In some sports that America's like, nah, we're gonna win. So you guys tell me what you think. I'm out.